What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Zero Thought. In this episode, we're going to be talking about emotional supplements. So I'm going to start by saying that life has its ups and downs, but it can also be pretty boring. If you think about life like a roller coaster, I'm sure you're imagining something like a sine wave or some up and down continuous function, and it's always in transition from one up to the next down. But let's be real, life isn't actually like that. A lot of times we're kind of just going right along at zero, just at the neutral, in between an up and a down, and occasionally there will be something that takes us to an up, and then we immediately come back down. And then we're back at neutral, and then there might be something that brings us down, and we go back to neutral, and we're just keep cruising along. Sometimes we'll go down and then stay for a little bit, but then we'll come back up shortly after, or vice versa. So what I've noticed is that having watched a lot of anime, played a lot of games, I read books, I draw, a whole bunch of activities that I do, hobbies, interests, and particularly anime got me to notice this, is that they almost act like emotional supplements. And first of all, I'm going to define what an emotional supplement is. An emotional supplement is something that actively tries to convey an emotion to you. I've been thinking about this definition for a while, and I was trying to think of how to phrase it. And I think that's the best way I could come up with it. So something like an anime where a lot of times they're either trying to make you feel scared, make you feel sad, make you feel incredibly happy, make you feel nervous, and then you as a result feel that emotion. Not something like drawing. Like something I do is I draw, and that's one way that I experience some of the ups in my life. It can be a highlight of a night, it can be a highlight of a weekend, because I absolutely love drawing, and it can be a super fun activity for me. However, I wouldn't define drawing as an emotional supplement for me, because it's me actively creating that emotion within myself. And it's not like the paper is actively trying to make me happy or any other emotion. It's me trying to induce an emotion in myself. Whereas an emotional supplement, like let's say a game where your favorite character or side character dies and they have an emotional cutscene, they're actively trying to make you feel sad, so you feel sad. It's not you're trying to become sad. Now, a lot of these emotional supplements can vary from person to person. And why am I bringing them up? Well, I've noticed that they can definitely have some pros and some cons. So, first of all, positives of having emotional supplements. They allow you to feel a lot of different emotions. Like I said, life can be pretty boring. Day-to-day basis, going to school, classes, eating, doing activities. Certain activities can become really mundane after a while, and you want a little excitement. And those exciting moments might come from hanging out with friends, which happens, once, twice, maybe 3 times a week, and those hangouts don't last for super long. So what do? You watch a movie, you play a game, you watch an anime or TV show, you read a book, a whole bunch of different activities that you can do to provide extra excitement to your life. Some like criminal law show can add a little bit of nervousness, something to keep you on edge, get your adrenaline going. And if you're feeling a little down, you can watch a comedy show that's gonna make you laugh a lot and make you feel really happy. If you're feeling really sad and you want to just kind of get it all out of your system, you might watch a sad movie. To have someone, even though they're not really a real person, they're kind of a created character, unless it's based on a true story. But that's a different point. You might watch another sad movie that gets you to cry, or maybe feel some intense sadness, so you kind of get out of your system and you kind of level back to that neutral. It's sort of a cathartic effect. You can feel emotions through others' experiences. So there are a lot of positives. There are also some negatives, primarily if you rely on emotional supplements too much. So if the only times you're feeling happy or incredibly sad or some outside of neutral emotion is when you're involved in some hobby or interest or activity where they're actively trying to convey those emotions, you might not get enough practice doing things that allow you to create your own emotions or feelings within yourself. So for example, like if I really enjoy playing a sport, that's me really trying to get myself to have fun and have a happy time, or even have a frustrated time, or let myself get out some aggression while playing a sport or doing an activity. Whereas if I were to watch a movie, I would be letting the movie do all the work. And so then if you use these emotional supplements too much, you actually become reliant on them, and that's not good, because then we lose the skills to induce emotions in ourselves, and if we can't induce emotions in ourselves, we're definitely going to have a difficult time doing it for others, which makes us relatively boring people. So what I encourage you guys to do is try and strike a balance between using emotional supplements and regular activities that allow you to practice creating your own emotions. A lot of these activities involve friends. Friends are the best balance between the pros and cons of emotional supplements, or these non-emotional supplement activities and interests, and then emotional supplements, because friends can actively try to make you happy, sad, feel these other emotions, so they do part of the work, but then they also enable you to do activities for yourself so that you can help practice creating these emotions within yourself. So at the end of the day, have emotional supplements, because they're incredibly helpful when you need them, and do take part in them. Also learn about activities that aren't emotional supplements that you can do for yourself to make you feel various different emotions. And last of all, be sure to find some friends, some great friends, whether online, whether in real life, no matter what the activity you can do with that friend, so that you can have this balance between emotional supplements and non-emotional supplement activities. So if you have any questions, any extra thoughts, opinions, be sure to let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to talk with you guys, and I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say about it. But until the next Zero Thought, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.